Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Swezzy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make motivational Lucki type beats, flawless like me type beats, and yeah, let's get right into the tutorial. To start it off, we've got the Fantasynth from Xenology, and let me show you the chords I played. Next, I went into Xenology and I got this bell. And with this bell, you kind of want to follow the chords. So I just went to the note of the chords and I played the first note and I made this kind of bouncy pattern with it. Added some delay. Next, you should get a sort of ambient bell that you can make an ambience pattern with and just add an environment for the beat, and this is what I came up with. Next, I went into Xband and I got this pad layer and played this pattern. Now, a very important instrument that brings a lot of emotion to the beat that Lucki has been using recently is brass. So I take the chords from the pad and I added some shorter notes to give it more bounce, and this is the fire pattern that I came up with. The brass layer that I used was a preset from Xenology called JP8BRS3. Now we're onto the drums. This is an 808 pattern I made. You want to space your 808s out more on these Lucki beats because mostly the percussion is what's giving the drums bounce, and you want to leave pockets of room for their artists to rap. Next, I got this muffled clap sound to add bounce to the drums. This is what it sounds like. Next, we put the main clap pattern, pretty self-explanatory. Every beat pretty much has the same one. This is what it sounds like. Next, I added this snare to give the drums more bounce. This triplet wasn't originally going to even be in this, but the sound had loop points on and it started like repeating and it sounded really good, so I decided to add a triplet right there. Stuff like that will happen when you're making beats, so you should just like embrace random stuff that happens. It sounds good. For the hi-hats, you want to have a consistent rhythm. I kind of put the rolls in the same spot, so that way the rhythm of the hi-hats is consistent. It's easier to flow on.
I already live when I'm rapping. I already live when I'm rapping. Spending this money in drugs. I got your queen off an addict. I'm leaning, she waking me up.
And it makes more sense that way. If you keep changing where the rolls are, and it's just like all over the place, it's gonna sound really confusing and weird. So it's good to stay consistent. I like to start in the one bar and I put a short roll and then a longer roll and a triplet after the clap, and then you just kind of put the rolls in the same place. You put different type of rolls like triplet rolls, or you can go into like 1/4 step and put like a longer roll on different timing. You just want to keep the rhythm consistent so that way the beat is kind of built off of the hi-hats in a good way. Next, I got this open hat. This is what it sounds like. As far as arrangement goes, I always copy in all my instruments, all my sounds at one time, and then I control B it 3 times so that there's 4 of them, and then I start cutting away stuff at the beginning so that it's more simple, and then over time add stuff in so that way it kind of develops and changes over time to build like some sort of energy within the beat. And the reason I do that is because if you keep it consistent the whole time and you keep it repetitive, it's gonna sound super boring, and you want sort of a progression to your beat. So that's why I add and take away instruments. And I also like to build up, so the first 8 bars are gonna be building up energy, and then I like to leave the last one to kind of be more simple, and I take away the brass, or I'll take away the bell and just kind of leave it more empty, so that way it's kind of telling you that there's got to be a break. And then I take the drums away for 8 bars, and then I just loop it. As far as outro goes, all I did was copy over 2 8 bars from the end, and then I had the drums come back in, and then I faded it out with an automation on the master for volume. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to play the beat now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial was helpful. That's going to do it for the video, and yeah, have a good rest of your day.
Yo, Swazzy.